Hey everybody, so I'm back again with another recap of 90 Day Fiance. So you guys, today was my last day at school for the fall semester. I am done until January and I'm so excited. And I know you guys have been asking me about Love After Lockup, so I'm going to try to get through this recap really quickly. I'm not going to do like a full recap of Love After Lockup, like a couple by couple, but I will do like a 3 to 5 minute overview of my thoughts on the episode as a whole, who I thought stood out, some of the crazy things that happened. So yeah, if you want to hear about Love After Lockup, just stay until the end of this recap. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you want to know every single time my videos drop. Also like and share with another 90 Day Fiance superfan or Love After Lockup superfan like us over here in the Trash-tastic community. All right, let's get to the recap. I think I'm going to pick up right where the episode left off, or picked back up, with Eric and Leda. So they're still out in the car in the parking lot of this furniture store arguing about money and child support and whatnot. And Leda is still, saying that she doesn't like that Eric pays child support. She doesn't think that he should have to pay it. She doesn't think that she should have to put up with that. In her confessional, she says she calculated it out and it's like $1,000 a month. Eric is trying to explain to her that this is how we do things in America. Look, it's court ordered. I'm a father. Even though me and my wife aren't together, I'm still going to take care of my kids. And to me, even if it wasn't court ordered, there would still be some kind of expense coming from Eric's money to, his ex-wife and to his daughter, because his daughter's very young. She's only 10 or 11. And when kids are young like that, like they cost, a lot. It's not like he has adult children. I mean, 2 of his kids are adults, but he still has a daughter that's in the home that's being raised. And that's an expense. And I still don't understand how Leda does not get that. Like, I get that she maybe not understand the court ordered part, because that is like something that we do here in America and they don't do in other countries, I know. But the fact that he's giving money to his ex-wife to help raise his child, I don't understand why she doesn't get that. I just don't get it. I don't see how that's not clear to her why he would do that. So, he basically asked, well, do you want me to give up my parental rights? And she's like, yeah. And Eric is shook that she said that. He gets really upset. I could really tell he was upset about that. I could kind of tell. And he could not believe that she would say something like that. He was like, you want me to give him my parental rights and just give you $1,000 a month? She's like, yeah, I want both. And to me, the level of selfishness that Leda has shown this far, like, that to me is a deal breaker, Eric. Like, the minute somebody says to me, yeah, I want you to give up your parental rights so that you don't have to pay for your children, that to me is a deal breaker. Like, I don't want to be with that person. And of course, Eric said, it's done, we're over with, but he didn't mean it. I mean, we saw later in the episode, of course, they're back together, thick as thieves. So, and I knew in that moment he didn't mean it, but if it were me and I had kids and some guy was telling me that, it would be done. Like, it will be over with. It ain't no, let's discuss it. There is no discussing it. You don't tell somebody to give up their parental rights so that you can have more money. To me, and then he asked her, are you just here for a green card? And she was crying in the car talking about she doesn't want to, back out on the wedding because of her medical career and the potential future that she has in America. So we see why she's here. Eric, you see why she's here. He started doubting her motives then. But then later, the next day, they go and have a conversation in the park and it seems like it's all hunky-dory again. she didn't really prove to me that she wasn't here for just a green card. For some reason, Eric just made up in his mind that she's not, and he believes that she's not. I don't understand this couple. I feel like Eric is just super desperate to have somebody. Like, he don't want to let Leda go. He was trying to do everything he could to hold on to Leda. And I'm like, she ain't even all that. Like, you doing all this, you kicking your kids to the curb, you doing all this, doing the most for somebody who don't even really bring nothing to the table for real. Like, what does she bring to the table? She's not bad. Like, I can see if she walked in looking like Anfisa, then I would be like, okay, I mean, it's still wrong, but I'd be like, I can see why he's, trying so hard to keep her around. Okay, she's not that cute. All right, her personality, what personality? I haven't seen her do anything fun or cute or funny, or she's not, she's not considerate. She's not kind-hearted. She's not a great mom that I've seen. I mean, her child, whatever. I don't see any endearing qualities in her, and I don't understand why he is going so hard for this woman. I think he just wants a warm body. It's like, this woman says she loves me and I don't want to be with myself no more. This man said he literally was either gonna go fight ISIS or try online dating. So I think he just wants this to work so bad because he just wants somebody. I just want a warm body, just a pulse with hair. Like, that's it. That's it. And to me, I'm like, I don't understand why Leda is acting as if she wasn't aware of the child support and the kids in the previous family. I'm like, that you already knew. Like, you knew when you came that he had other kids. And to me, I'm like, I don't understand. If you don't want to be with someone who has a burden, a financial burden, which I guess child support is taking money out of your home to another home. Technically, yes, it is. But if that's not what you want, that's fine. Like, baby girl, do you. Like, if you don't want to have no man who has a whole bunch of kids and a whole past wife and other woman and other children, do you. But don't date someone who has those things and then act brand new. I don't get it. It's like he didn't tell her he wasn't divorced and had a whole family. She knew this coming in. So my thing is, if you don't want to deal with that, why are you with him? Why didn't you find an American man who had no children, who had no attachments? And then she wanted to say that, oh, I don't want to be with somebody who has baggage and kids. I don't think Leda remembers that she has a child. Like, when she talks, I think she literally forgets that Alessandro is like a human, like he's here. Like, you do know you have a child. Okay, I'm just checking because you just said you didn't want to date or marry someone who had baggage children. But you have baggage. You have a child. So, and you don't have no money. Like, you have like, she brings nothing to the table. She can't work. She can't contribute to the household. She can't, like, what can she do? You're baggage. You and Alessandro are baggage later. So I just don't understand that. I don't understand why people agree to things beforehand, and then when they get here and see what it's really like, then they want to act brand new. Don't date a man with children, with a whole ex-wife and a whole family. They find you a man who's single, a bachelor, something else. But don't come here and then ask this man to give up his whole family for you. So then later, she, of course, you know, she gives in. She's like, okay, the child support thing's cool, but Leda just can't roll over. So she's like, I'm gonna have something go my way. So if I'm gonna give in on the child support, Tasha gotta get out. She wants to kind of accelerate this whole Tasha moving out. So she goes into Tasha's room. First of all, she violated Tasha's privacy. I did not like her opening Tasha's door. And when Tasha gets there, she confronts her talking about, you got to get your stuff and go. Tasha's like, make me, boo. Who gonna check me, boo? Tasha won this episode. The way she bucked up at Leda, trying to come at her and tell her to get out right now. And Tasha was not having none of it. I was like, yes, Tasha had me screaming. Like, I was literally screaming every response that Tasha had. And she tried to bully her basically into moving out, and Tasha was like, no, like, I have a right to be here, and she does. I really wanted Tasha to stay. I was actually really sad when Tasha did pack her stuff and leave, because I wanted her to stand her ground on principle. Like, even if you are gonna leave, like, even if you hate Leda and don't want to stay there, I would have stayed there on principle, just to let them know that y'all can't bully me and y'all can't force me to do something that legally is not right. I mean, Tasha's name is on the lease. She shouldn't have to leave. But it was just too hostile, and she just packed her stuff and threw it in the back of her 1996 GMC pickup truck and drove off. And I could tell she was really hurt that her dad didn't take her side, that her dad was saying all that stuff on the phone. He sounded like a punk. Don't do anything till I get home, because Leda was threatening to leave. He just crying and begging for Leda to stay, just running behind her. Eric looked like such a punk this episode. He looked like, oh my God, a punk. It was so unattractive. I mean, Eric's already unattractive, but it was even more unattractive. I just don't understand why he didn't have a home ready for this woman when she got here, but you're gonna put your daughter out. I don't get that. You know what? Eric and Leda deserve each other, because they're both just as terrible as the other in different ways. So good luck to them. I'm done talking about this. I spent way too much time on them. Let's move on to the next couple. All right, so next is Jonathan and Fernanda. So this week we really didn't see much of Jonathan and Fernanda. They are spending their last day in Chicago, and they go to this little coffee shop to basically talk about Jonathan's family issues. I mean, let me just say this. I really think that Fernanda, even though she's young, I think that she's pretty mature for a 19 or 20-year-old. And I think that she's good for Jonathan. The way that she was encouraging him to reconcile with his mom, to get closer with his family, to, you know, just be a better man, just really shows that she's good for him. And I really feel this. If you're a straight man and you like women, I feel like every man needs a good woman in their life, because women just make men better. And I'm sorry to all the men if this offends you, but honestly, we make you better. Like, hate to tell you. And the fact that it took Jonathan 33 years and he had to get with this little girl for her to sit down and be like, you need to call your mom. Like, you need to talk to your family. The fact that this 20-year-old little girl is telling him this and it never dawned on him before. Women just make men better, honestly. And I think that Fernanda is good for Jonathan. You know, I hope that they stay together. I hope that they're happy. I wish them the best. I mean, Jonathan and Fernanda are like really sweet and nice, and the whole time I was watching their scene, I was kind of like, do I really care though? Like, this is nice. He was crying and it was all sweet, but as I was watching it, in the back of my mind, I was like, but do I care? I really don't. I mean, you know, yeah, whatever. Yeah. You know, that was basically it for them. It's just, you know, kind of been dead with them for the last few weeks, but who knows? We'll probably see what happens with them in the future. Let's move on to the next couple. Next is another couple that I really don't care about, Jay and Ashley. And, you know, it's not that I don't care about them. Like, well, I kind of don't care. So Jay and Ashley this week are scared to pieces of, you know, all the threats that they were getting online from their wedding website. So they're installing security cameras, which I already told y'all last week that whoever was putting those posts online is probably somebody you already know. So the security cameras is really pointless because they probably already know where you stay. They probably stay next door. I mean, if they were going to do something, I mean, I guess I can get it. They're rattled, and so they're doing everything they can. But I don't think a security camera is going to do anything, because I don't think that this person is really going to act on it. I think it was just a troll online who just wanted to get their feelings out. And so they went on their website and did whatever. Or I know some of you were saying you think it was a plant by producers. I don't know. That could be it too. I don't know. But I know that putting up security cameras is not going to solve this problem. I don't think it is. But they're scared for their safety, so they're doing it. Good for them. Fast forward to, so they meet up with Ashley's two bridesmaids at some little winery. Jay can't drink, so Ashley's friend literally gave him her slushie that she had drunk half of. Where they do that at? Where do they do that at is what I want to know. Don't offer me no half drunk slushie. They're like, oh, you can't drink, you're underage. And he was like, yeah. And she's like, here's my slushie. Girl, I don't want that. You done drunk half of it. Girl. They break the news to the two bridesmaids that they are not going to have a wedding. They have canceled the whole wedding, and they're going to elope and go to Vegas and get married because it's just too much drama going on in, you know, Pennsylvania, and they're scared that somebody's going to come and try them at the wedding. And they were saying that people were backing out because they were afraid. The people weren't backing out because they were afraid. They were backing out because they didn't want to come to that interracial wedding anyway. And so they was like, oh, we're not coming. They didn't want to come anyway. Let me just say the two bridesmaids, which I can't remember their names right now, but I applaud them because they held their composure so well. Do you know how I would have went off on her if this was the third, not the first, not the second, but the third time I've bought a dress that I have not gotten to wear anywhere? They held their faces and were trying to make it real cute, like, oh, we'll just keep the dresses, and if she decides later and she wants it, no. I would have went off on Ashley and been like, somebody's gonna walk down this aisle so I can wear this dress. Like, who? We all going to Vegas? Okay, so we all gonna go to Vegas. We gonna take pictures. Like, don't ask me for nothing else. Girl, don't call me asking me to come to nothing when you have a kid. Don't ask me to come to no baby shower. Nothing. Okay, I done bought 3 dresses fooling with your fickle behind. No, don't call me. I would have got my purse and left when she told me, well, we're going to cancel this wedding too. You the cancel wedding queen. Girl, you cancel a wedding like it's a nail appointment. Girl, this is a whole wedding. I'm just saying, if this was my friend, that would have been it. Don't call me for nothing else. But that's me. They took it in stride, and they were really supportive of Ashley and Jay's decision, which is good. They, they were like, we get it. Have fun in Vegas. Hey, I hope they have fun in Vegas. Good luck to Jay and Ashley. Let's move on to the next couple. Okay, so next is Kalani and Asuelu. So Kalani and Asuelu are starting to move up my I don't care list as well. Kalani did all this talking for the past about 4-5 weeks, how much she don't want to marry Asuelu, and he does dangerous things with the baby, and she don't know if he's mature enough, and she don't know if she's ready, and she don't know if they're compatible. And then this week they had one little conversation. Asuelu cried in a falsetto Mickey Mouse voice, and then all was good in the neighborhood again. I don't understand this couple. I don't understand these people at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what TLC trying to pull. I honestly think TLC pulled a fast one on us. Like, I think TLC did all this to make it look like they had all these problems and they weren't going to be together. And then now it's just like, oh, we're happy and we're in love and I want to marry him now. Like, no. Just last week, you didn't even want to leave your baby with him. Like, I don't understand. They had one little conversation, and the conversation went to it didn't even to me solve what her issue was. She was saying that she doesn't like how Asuelu walks away from confrontation. I feel like people process confrontation differently, and just because Asuelu doesn't want to talk about it doesn't necessarily mean he's immature. He said that he likes to go off, gather his thoughts, and then he can talk about it after he's thought about what's been said or what he needs to say. And I honestly think that that's probably the truth. I think it's a cultural or a language barrier. I think he needs to get his thoughts together. He's also a 5-year-old boy in the brain. And I think that he does need time to kind of gather himself. He can't just pop off. You know how you can be quick. Like, as soon as somebody says something to you, you come back quick. I don't think, Asuelu's not quick. He's slow. So I get it that he needs time to think through his rebuttal when a problem arises. Kalani says she doesn't like that. He tries to sweep things under the rug and just go back to normal huggy, kissy. And she wants to really sit down and talk about what happened. Then Asuelu started crying. And listen, the first time Asuelu cried, it was kind of cute. Like, I felt it in my heart. This time when he was crying, I just got irritated because his voice kept going higher and higher. Like, I don't even cry that high. Why your voice so... I just think that when I want to hug and kiss you and you don't want to lay down with me, I can't... You hear? I can't even go that high. His voice was so high. He sounded like Prince singing. Like, it was like up here. I was like, dude, bring it down. Like, this is not attractive. This is not cute. And he's supposed to be a player. This man on my TV that's crying in the Mickey Mouse voice is supposed to be a womanizer or dating everybody at the resort, cheating on Kalani, playboy, pulling women left and right. I don't believe it. I don't believe it unless all those women were mentally challenged. There's no way that this... is he putting on... Is it an act? Like, is this an act? Because if this is really him, okay, I just don't see women in droves being attracted to that right there. Because that voice, baby, everything dried up, okay? When I heard that when he kept going up with that cry, baby, I was just Sahara Desert over here, okay? No moisture. That was not attractive or cute. And like, when a man cries to me, I kind of like it because I'm like, oh, you're showing your emotion. Like, I like it when a man shows his emotion. That was not attractive. That was... I'm glad they hashed out their issues, but it almost was too quick. It was like one conversation, boom, okay, I love you, I'm ready to get married now. I was like, really, Kalani, you ready to get married now? Oh, okay, so all that other stuff, I feel like all the other stuff was fake. I feel like it's fake now. I feel like I spent 8 weeks talking about her and her family and all that, and I don't even know if it's real, and I don't even know what's real anymore. What is life? Where am I? Who am I? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going... This couple is weird. They weird me out, and I can't figure out the situation. That bothers me because I like to figure stuff out. But that's it for Kalani and Asuelu. Let's move on to the next couple. All right, so next is Steven and Olga. All right, let me just say to all you guys who comment and watch my videos, I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all didn't get in the comments and act a fool. Nobody went off on anybody. Nobody was like going back and forth. Everybody said their piece. And everybody had their own opinion, and it was just beautiful. I was reading the comments like, okay, if you, like, all the people who agree with me just said their piece. All the people who disagree with me and thought he's a total abuser said their piece, and like nobody got under anybody's comment and trolled or was being an a-hole. And I was like, this is so beautiful. Like, I was just so happy that we could all come together and just say what we thought, because that's what it's about. It's about talking, having a conversation without being nasty. Like, you don't have to be nasty to disagree. And so I applaud you. You guys did an amazing job last week. But let's get into this recap of Steven and Olga, because all that cute sweetness stuff I was talking about last week, baby, that's gone out the window. Let's Steven, come here to the carpet, sir. We got some talking to do. So this week, Steven is trying his hardest to get baby Richie his citizenship, because he was born in Russia, of course. But because his father is an American citizen, he has to like jump through a couple hoops. It's not really hard, but he has to jump through a couple hoops to get baby Richie his American citizenship. Now, this would all be cute and nice if Olga's K-1 visa were not being delayed. So because of all the political issues, we've already talked about that with Russia and the United States, Olga's K-1 visa is basically sitting on somebody's shelf, just not being looked at. Steven went to go visit a lawyer to talk about what, you know, he needed to do for baby Richie, and then also Olga too. And this was the most like Russianist Russian I've ever seen. Like, he was so like the stereotype Russian. That's what this guy was. He was so cold. Like, he wasn't friendly when Steven came in. He was like, yes, sit down. What's your question? I was like, dang, you're not gonna say good morning? How you doing? Like, you know, I'm from the South. We speak. You know, when you come into a room, you better say, hey, how you doing? How your mama them? Good morning. You know, we got a whole litany. We got Chick-fil-A's down here. Good morning. How may I serve you? My pleasure. Like, we used to that. So how he just, what's your question? Like, soon as he sat down, I was like, dang, can I get a greeting? Can I warm up to you first, sir? The lawyer basically said, no problem getting baby Richie's citizenship. Olga's not so easy. So Steven goes back to tell Olga this. Olga looks a little bit concerned, because she really feels like at this point that Steven is not really there for her. He's there for the baby and not really her, which, I mean, I think that he likes Olga, but at the same time, it's like she literally got pregnant off of a summer fling. This was not meant to go any further than August 31st, honey. So yeah, I think he's kind of sort of getting irritated with the fact that him and Olga aren't just meshing perfectly. And I don't think he wants to I don't think he thinks it's worth the work to make the relationship work. I think he just wants his baby, and that's it. They go to Moscow because that's where they have to do all the business with the citizenship. And so they stop by to visit Olga's friend Anna real quick in the park. Olga literally, like, you know how they say, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Like, I kind of see how Olga is such a strong, level-headed girl, because that girl Anna was not playing around. Like, she had Olga's back. She wanted to know what Steven's plans were. She wanted to know if he loved her. I was like, yes, Anna, these two girls, like, can they just come here? Like, they can live here with me. Like, I will sponsor them. They just seem like smart, strong women, and I like both of them. And so Steven was kind of being a jerk and talking again about the argument that they had last week, and how he was just trying to explain to Olga that he just wants her to say please and thank you, because those are the magic words. Issue with Steven this week is this. Steven said in his interview that he plans to get baby Richie's citizenship regardless of what happens to Olga and her K-1 visa. He wants to take baby Richie back to the United States with him, with or without Olga, at the end of his 2 months in Russia. That's why I get off this train. Now, I done spent how many weeks now defending this boy, trying to tell y'all that, oh, he's damaged, he needs therapy, which he still does. You know, he's just a little jerk. He don't get it. He don't understand. He's clueless, and he is. But I draw the line. I draw the proverbial line at taking a baby that's 2 months old away from the mother. Have y'all seen baby Richie eat? Baby Richie need to eat Baby Richie had to eat in the park. When he started crying and Olga lifted that shirt up. Baby Richie eat every 23 minutes on the dot. You can set your watch by Baby Richie. Steven, you're going to take a 2-month-old baby away from his mother. And who's going to raise it? You not even raised. Who going to raise it? Grandma's old and tired, honey. Grandma don't want to raise no more babies. So who's going to take care of this baby? Who's going to feed Baby Richie every 23 minutes? Because according to you, he can wait. So you'll probably feed Baby Richie once or twice a day. Baby be all underweight, cheeks sunk in, ribs showing. You are not capable of taking this baby away from its mother and raising it by yourself. And you're not even raised. What is this dude thinking? I think he really thinks that like taking care of babies like a piece of cake. Oh, I can take the baby. I'll just bring him over here because he thinks he can give it such a better life. That baby needs to be right there in Russia with his mama. That's where Baby Richie needs to be. Okay, Steven? If you didn't want to have to deal with your being away from your baby and it breaking your heart, then maybe you should have wrapped it up when you was having sex with a girl who lives in another country all summer. Okay? You should have thought about that. Okay? Actions have consequences. So because you knocked up a girl from a whole nother country that we have tensions with and she can't get a visa, guess what, Steven? You're not going to be able to see your son all the time, okay? Sorry. I know it's sad. I know you want to see him. It breaks my heart. I know the father has rights too. I get all of that. But what I don't get is you thinking that you're going to snatch this newborn up and take him away from his breastfeeding mother. You got to be outside of your entire mind if you think that that's going to happen. And then the kicker part is that he's doing all of this secret. See, he being sneaky about it. So he's not being upfront with Olga because he know it's wrong. So he's tiptoeing around like, oh, I don't want to tell Olga because I know she's going to be mad. No, go and tell her, dude. Go and tell her your plan. See, you scheming behind her back, going to get this baby this citizenship. And then he pushing it too. No, we need to go to Moscow now. I don't want to do no sightseeing. I just want to get the baby the citizen. This is most important to me. So you can steal this woman's baby? That's really what you doing? That's how we living out here, Steven? I'm off. I'm off the train. I pulled the cord. I'm done. No more defending him. I have nothing left for him. Whatever happens to him the rest of the season, people want to eat him alive, honey. I'm not coming to his defense. I'm done. I can't get with that. You gonna really sneak attack this woman trying to steal her baby and ain't telling her. She don't know. It's like she can kind of sense it. Like that woman's intuition is kicking in because she's like, oh, is he here for me or the baby? She kind of knows something's up. But you, dude, oh my God, you cannot snatch no baby up from his mama. Are you kidding me? Y'all. Ooh, I still don't think it was abuse last week. But I can't get with that. No. But that was it for Olga and Steven. So let's move on to the last couple. Last is Colt and Larissa. And baby, when I tell you Colt and Larissa was a hot mess this week. So it started out with dress shopping. So Larissa and Debbie are going to the wedding dress shop. And then they meet there with Natalie, who is John's wife, the cousin. And they get there and, you know, they're in the car. So in the car, they're talking about the price. And, you know, Debbie's like, well, how much did Colt tell you that you could spend? And she was like, oh, $1,000 or less. And Debbie's like, oh, or less. You know, Debbie is definitely instilled the pinching ideology into her son because she's cheap too. So they get there. Larissa tries on one dress. She thinks it's too, I think she thought it was too traditional or... Yeah, she thought it was too traditional. Like Larissa herself likes traditional wedding dresses, but Colt likes her to be sexy. And so she's trying to please Colt. So she's like, I'm going to try on something sexy because that's what my man likes. And you know what I think is funny is how, and I know a lot of people think that like Colt has this like controlling nature. No, I agree. But I don't even like to say that because when you say controlling, I think like he has an iron. Colt just... I'll talk about that when we get to the barbecue. So, you know, she tries on the second dress and it was showed a lot of, you know, cleavage. It was very form-fitting. She looked pretty. I actually liked the second dress. It was very sexy, but it was still like, it wasn't too revealing. It was revealing enough. I liked it. I liked the second dress a lot. It was cute. Price, they say it's $2,400, and Debbie's like, oh, she was like, as a matter of fact, everything in here out of our price range. And I'm like, well, why did you go there? Like, why would you go to a store that you know nothing in there you can afford? Why go? But you know, it's $2,400, which isn't that bad, but I mean, if you're trying to spend $1,000 or less, that's like more than double. So I guess I get why Debbie was like, Then Debbie tried to throw the green card at Larissa. Debbie was being petty Betty. I mean, she was like, oh, so you want to wait 6 months on the green card? We can do a $2,400 dress, and you want $1,000 green card, you want $1,000 more on this dress. Like, which do you want? Larissa's like, Larissa may as well go on in the back, take that dress off, because we know one thing Colt don't budge about, and that's that coin. He's not gonna change his mind. She's not gonna get her way. No, it's gonna be a no. She's gonna have to find $1,000 or less dress. Colt is not gonna budge. To the barbecue, Debbie is making burgers with nary now seasoning. I didn't see now seasoning on that tape. Y'all saw some seasoning. Debbie was just making hamburger patties. I ain't see you sprinkle not a thing on them. And Natalie and the kids get there, and you know, it starts off all cute and good, but you can kind of feel the tension building. John is trying to hold back. I really feel like it was a feed by producers. Here's my thing with John. I get what John is saying, okay? Larissa is with Colt because he told her he had money. Larissa said herself, when I talked to him when I was in Brazil, he told me I can buy anything I want. Larissa and Colt is the classic bait and switch, okay? That's really what happened. He baited her by telling her, you can do whatever you want. I live in Vegas. You've seen Vegas in the movies, blah, blah, blah. He probably talked himself up. My thing is, once you met him and saw those man boobs, that should have been a no, Larissa. But Larissa is a gold digger, and so she was drawn in by the bait, the money. Then when she got here, he switched it up on her, and now all of a sudden he's penny pinching. She can't buy anything. She can't get the credit card. She can't do anything. She's riding around in a hot car with no air conditioning. Her life is miserable. Debbie's on her behind all day. It's not what she thought it was going to be, but it's like she's here now, so she's trying to see it through. John knows that Larissa's a gold digger, which she is. I do believe that that's what she is. She came here for his money. She just got tricked. He's doing too much though. Like, my thing is, Colt is a full grown man. So he doesn't need you to put on your cape and come rescue him, baby boy. Like, this is not what we need. Like, just come to the barbecue, chill, eat a few hamburgers, and go about your day. Like, I get what John is saying. He's not wrong. But just because you're right doesn't mean that it needs to be addressed all the time. Sometimes you just need to mind your business. And that's what John needs to do at this point. He needs to just mind his business and let grown man Colt do what grown men do. And that's whatever they want to do. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me, my wife, and these kids. I'm not worried about it. Like, he's really like doing too much. Like, all that hollering and arguing. I feel like that was a producer plan. I know that he's upset and he's mad. But that's what you talk about with your wife at home. Like, she ain't nothing but a gold digger. Did you see them? Did you see how she, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't need to be brought to his attention because he's already decided. He's like, you hollering and screaming at a barbecue is not going to wake Colt up and be like, you know what? You're right. He's going to marry her, dude. It's over with. Let him do what he wants to do. Let's just be calm and keep the peace. Larissa was acting a fool at the barbecue too. She was telling John not to come to her wedding, which she's not wrong. I mean, if somebody is disrespecting you to your face, why would you invite them to your wedding? So I get that. What I didn't like, or what I didn't necessarily agree with, was how Larissa was saying that Debbie was poisoning people against her. I don't necessarily think Debbie did that. Honestly, I think that John has his thoughts that are his. I think that's totally him. I think he does that on his own. I believe Debbie when she was like, I don't even talk to him. Like, I haven't said anything to him. I believed her. Debbie looked like she was telling the truth. It seemed legit. I believed her. But Debbie was done. Larissa was done. Larissa, you know, the whole who will go against the queen will die was really underwhelming for me. Was it underwhelming for y'all? Maybe it's because we've seen it so much in the previews. Like, I thought it was going to be a bigger, but when she said it, I was like, oh, you know, it wasn't as big as a moment as I thought it was. It wasn't as iconic as I thought it was going to be, you know. It wasn't like, Muhammad, you're going to get deported. Like, that was iconic. That was like less. I wasn't as excited about it. It didn't make me like, you know, I was like, you know, whatever. But anyway, Larissa is acting like Debbie's making her life hell. She wants Debbie to leave. Here's my thing. Same thing with Leda. Leda and Larissa are the same, okay? These things were divulged to you before you came to the United States, okay? Colt told her he lives with his mom, and she was cool with it. That was one of the reasons why he liked her. He said, oh, she was one of the few girls who was cool with me living with my mama. She accepted that. So my thing is, if you know this man lived with his mama, what you thought? She was gonna be walking around like she was did you think his mama was a vegetable? Did you think she was like on a IV ventilator or something? Like just in the bed, just like Sleeping Beauty? She don't talk, she don't move. She's a person that you have to deal with. And you know how mamas and their sons are. So as soon as I hear I stay with my mom, it's a no for me. That's a deal breaker. Like, I'm not about to live with you and your mama. Like, no, I'm not about to come in between that love, because that's real love, and I don't know that kind of love. I can't compete with mama-son love, especially when you still live together. No, I don't know what she thought the relationship was. I don't know what she thought Debbie was going to be doing. So my thing is, don't know something and then come and then try to act like, oh, she got to go. No, she didn't have to go when he told you. So why she got to go now? Like, I don't agree with that whole switching it up. Like, well, this ain't what I Debbie be doing. Yeah, that's what mamas do. They're bossy. She's like, I put something here, I come back, it's moved. That's what moms do. That's why I don't live with mine, because she get on my nerves. That's the whole point of moving out, because mamas are annoying when you're grown. So, Larissa, if a man tells you he lives with his mom as an adult, then you probably don't want to go live there with them, because the mama is going to annoy you. So I didn't really feel sorry for her when she was saying Debbie does all these things to her. Yeah, that's what moms do. Like, she's a mom. She's gonna come up and tell you why this room's so nasty. Why they sitting here like this? Why you put this cup right there? Why you put that over there? Why these lights on? Why you let that water running so long? You taking a bath in here? Why the tub so full? Like, moms are irritating. That's why you leave the house. Like, Colt don't care, because Colt don't care about nothing. Colt didn't even care when they was arguing. He just sitting there looking. Deal with it. Don't date a man who lives with his mom then. Like, stop acting. What is with these girls acting brand new? Like, I didn't know it was good. I didn't know you live with the burden. I didn't know your mom's gonna, like, yeah, they told you this before you came. Don't come pick somebody else. Slide in somebody else's DMs and start giggling at their jokes. It's that simple. Yeah, so that's it for this episode of 90 Day Fiance. Ooh, that was a lot. I said I was gonna try to quickly get through it, and that was not quick at all. Hey, if you'd like to talk about Love After Lockup, keep on watching. Okay, so last Friday, I know it's Friday, so the next episode comes on tonight, but last Friday was the premiere of Love After Lockup Season 2. And you guys, it's a hit. Like, knocked it, y'all hear me, out of the park. It was so refreshing, because like I said, I was getting so weary with 90 Day Fiance. It was like just a fresh breeze on a hot summer day. The foolish, like, it was just enough foolishness and just enough comedy. It was perfect. I don't really even have anything bad to say. That episode knocked it out of the park. Some of the things that stood out to me. So the first girl, I think her name is Caitlin and Matt. Yeah, Caitlin and Matt. Caitlin seems really broken to me. Her relationship with her mom, she had to get out because, Matt's coming home and her mom's like, you're not bringing that ex-con here. And so she had to go. And I feel like the way she was talking about her relationship with her mom, you could just tell it wasn't good. And the way that Matt's mom brought her in, I was like, she needs a mom. And she needed that. And like, I felt like Matt's mom needed a child because her child is gone. I feel like Matt's mom and Caitlin needed each other. Like, I feel like they should just live together without Matt, because Matt was heated when he found out that she had moved in with his mom without telling him, which my thing is, why would you do that? Like, who contacts somebody's mom without telling them, first of all, and then like moves in and be like, oh yeah, you gonna come live with her too? Matt was like, who? Not me. I didn't like how he kind of was disrespectful toward her, but I kind of see it but at the same time, it's like, you getting out of prison, you ought to be happy to lay your head anywhere that's free and open. Oh, Caitlin and Matt, that's gonna be a mess. But I feel like Caitlin and Matt's mom, they need each other. I think she just needs to stay there with her. I think they'd be good for each other. Well, of course, everybody, we know about Megan and Michael. Oh, what was his name? Was his name Michael? Y'all, I don't forgot. Basically, it's a 28-year-old virgin. I told y'all, remember I told y'all the 28-year-old virgins exist when y'all was talking about Kalani, talking about she lying, ain't nobody. I'm telling you, they exist. There's multiples of them. 28-year-old virgin, you know, she says that she's been hurt by guys. They lie, they cheat. And then she met Michael on, I guess, meetinginmate.com, where they all meet the loves of their life. And he was just, I guess you know, she felt like he wouldn't cheat on her because he's in prison. He can't cheat. And I'm like, okay, girl. Right. So she wants to give Michael her virginity. She has saved herself for 28 years to give her flower to a man who is freshly out of prison. And I'm like, this sounds like you make terrible decisions in life. Like, ain't no way I'm waiting 28 years to give it to somebody who just got out of jail and I don't even know your character yet. But she says that the first day when he get out, they gonna go on to their motel and they gonna do it. She's even taking classes. She literally paid some woman. I mean, it could have been me, literally. Like, I was actually looking into this. Like, people get paid to teach people how to have sex classes. Girl, come on, get this chair. Pop, pop, pop. That's all she did was teach her how to twerk. Girl, like that's real. Like, it's gonna actually be like that when you be with that man. Oh my God. I hope she didn't pay for that. I hope that was a homegirl and that was free. But anyway, she's taking classes on how to ride and do all this other stuff. Because she thinks she about to bust it wide open when homeboy come home from jail. Well, homeboy has a child who's 2 and a baby's mother. And at the very end of the episode, they drop the bomb that the baby's mom is also on the show. And it's saying that they've been together for 6 years and showing pictures of him and her together. And the little girl point to it like, who's that? That's daddy. And she's like, I can't wait till he comes home. Baby, I had to back it up and rewind it. I was like, did I hear that right? And that girl said, we've been together for 6 years and I can't wait till he comes home. I said, oh, y'all, TV, you win. You win reality TV, baby. That was some Maury-ish right there. I can't wait till the next episode so I can see what the heck is going to happen. But that was basically like an overview of like the things that stood out to me. Oh, Clint. Oh no, is it Clint? I might be saying that wrong. Clint. I'm gonna call him Clint. That might be the wrong name. This dude looked like he was straight out of Breaking Bad. Like, he looked like a meth head. Like, he looks old and young. Like, he looked like he's 22 and 57 at the same time. He is an anomaly. He is strange, but he is in love with some girl who looked like she murdered 3 men and they buried in her backyard. We didn't get to see her, but her mugshot freaked me out. That woman's mugshot looks scary. And this is his 3rd marriage, and he was previously married to Kate Gosselin. And not really. His wife just had the same haircut as Kate Gosselin from back in the day. She was concerned. His daddy was not hearing it, having none of it. This man, he's one to watch too. That's one to watch. So those 3 were the ones that stood out to me the most. Clint, Caitlyn, and of course Megan the Virgin. Listen, if you're not watching Love After Lockup on Friday nights on WeTV, what are you doing with your life? It comes on 8 o'clock Central, so that's 9 o'clock Eastern. I don't know, I guess 6 o'clock Pacific, but wherever you are, look it up. Check your local listings, y'all. This season, you don't even need to watch the last season. Just watch this one. So good so far. If you're needing a break from 90 Day Fiance, this is it. Like, if you want a little break from 90 Day, but you still want your trashy fix, this is the show for you. I'm so serious. But yeah, so that was basically my overview thoughts of Love After Lockup. So that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching this recap. You guys have no idea how much it means to me every time even one of you clicks on these videos. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter at NICHI_P_tweets for all my live tweets during the show as it airs in real time every Sunday and Friday night. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week in the recap.